welcome to April 29th, 2023. Today is National Independent Bookstore Day. And here in Chicago and the suburbs, they are having an event called a bookstore crawl. The way it works is you go to your very first bookstore. As long as you spend $20, you'll get a passport. And you take this passport to different bookstores. If you get to 10 bookstores, then you get a pin and you get 10% off all your purchases at participating bookstores for the next year. If you can make it to 15 bookstores, then you get 15% off for the next year and a pin, of course. So we are going to try to make it to the 15. We've got our plan. Our plan is to make sure that we support each of the independent bookstores. So we do want to spend something in each of the bookstores. We are not millionaires though, so we cannot buy a book in each one of them. We'll probably get like a zine or maybe a bookmark, something fairly inexpensive. Our hope though is that we will find new bookstores that we're really excited about, and we will be able to visit bookstores that we already love, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to go try to get 15 bookstores today. So we thought we'd take you with us. The first bookstore we're going to is called the Understudy. The Understudy, thankfully, is a coffee shop and a bookstore. We don't feel like we'll have too much trouble spending $20. And it also opens at 7, which is great. It is not 7 o'clock right now. Let's go get coffee and books.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Are you participating in the bookstore call today?
Yes. Okay, we went to bookstore number 1, the Understudy. It was very cute, and we have our passports, and we also have coffee. So next stop is Unabridged Bookstore, which is kind of a little distance, but it opened early, so that's why we're going there. This is actually the very first bookstore I ever went to when I moved to Chicago. I moved into the neighborhood and found a bookstore, and so we're going over there, and I think our goal is to get a tote there, and get our stamp. Bookstore number 2, 9:46. We're a little off schedule. All right, we're at our next store. It is, what time is it?
10:08.
It's 10:08. We've switched over to just filming on the phone because we've got a time crunch. It's 10:08. We're at our next store, and it is Volumes on Milwaukee. That was Volumes. At Volumes, if you spend $50 or more, you get a plant for the first 50 people who come. And so thankfully we were right there when it was open, and we got this adorable little plant. Next we are going to a place called Open Books. Okay, so we are at Skunk Cabbage. This is a bookstore that I'm really looking forward to going to. It's my understanding based on their website that this is a fairly new bookstore, only a couple of weeks old, and I just love the name, Skunk Cabbage. Skunk Cabbage was definitely as cute as I thought it would be. It's an adorable little independent bookstore. We're a little off, like not off schedule, but off plan just because we are spending a little less time in the bookstores than we thought we would. We are on our way now to City Lit Books. That was City Lit Books. That was a cute bookstore. I've never been there. Unfortunately, it was so crowded, and so we were kind of going quickly. Matt found a book though that he's been wanting.
Yes, I found Ascension by Nicholas Binge.
Congratulations, love. This City Lit is a bookstore that I will definitely be revisiting. It is really adorable. I was a little bit sad that we sped through it. Wicker Park Secret Agent Supply Company. Sales that they have, 10% of it goes to an organization called 826 Chicago, which is a writing nonprofit for youth. What's interesting is I don't think this is a bookstore. It's a secret agent supply company. So we're gonna get some gadgets, I guess.
I went to an event here a couple of years ago. It was like poetry reading, or like people were reading from their writings. And it was like a bunch of teenagers mostly. And so it's funny, they have like a secret door in the back that gets to their like theater space.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So let's go get some spy supplies. Okay, so we spent a lot longer in the secret agency spy shop than we should have. We got a couple of books that were written by the teens in their program. It's a collection of stories and poems with a picture of each of the kids next to what they wrote. I also got The Wild Things by Dave Eger, because the program, the writing program, is his writing program. And so next we're gonna go to a bookstore called Quimby's. We have to get to 15 and we're not on time. It's raining. We're trying to go as fast as we can over here to Quimby's. Trying to get in the car. Okay, we just ate. Now we're going over to Bucket of Blood. I was looking forward to Bucket of Blood being my 10th, but we had to skip one earlier. So Bucket of Blood is now our 9th. And at Bucket of Blood, they have two organizations that they donate to. One is called Sit, Stay, Read. And it's a program where they bring dogs in. And for kids who are learning to read, they read out loud to the dogs, which I think is adorable. And then also Liberation Library. It's an organization where they donate library books to children who are incarcerated. And so the goal here is to just donate to these two organizations as long as we can and get out and get to the next one. Okay, we went to Bucket of Blood. I am pretty sure it's Matt's new favorite bookstore.
It's a good store.
He loves horror books and mystery books and sci-fi books. So Bucket of Blood is 100% his cup of tea. Lovey, is it your cup of tea?
Yeah, most stores have very small horror and sci-fi sections. That was the whole store was.
Yeah. Our next bookstore is Roscoe Books. in a neighborhood in Chicago called Roscoe Village. And it is our bookstore number 10. Yay, we're almost there. We are at bookstore 10.
You're number 10.
Yeah, we're number 10. Thank you. We started very early. 10.
You did it.
10.
5 more to go to get to the 15.
Pretty soon we'll be at 15, hopefully. That's 15. We went to Roscoe Books. Roscoe Books was our 10. We got a really cute pin that it's 2020, made out of books, and it has a 10 in it. She says that when you get to 15, you go in and you get a 15 button. And then we had to put our name on a spreadsheet that said we got to 10.
She said we were the first to get to 10 that she's seen so far.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty successful. It sounds like they've run out of passports to give to people.
Yeah.
And so we'll see.
Yeah, so it looks like everybody's having a good time. When we were in there, a couple people walked in and said, "Oh, you're my first bookstore." So they just started, and it's 150, and they're out of passports there. This is really fun. I'm glad it's so successful. All right, so on to bookstore 11, which is
3 Avenue Books.
3 Avenue Books.
What's it cost? What's the price to replace this heart of mine? I fixed it once, broke it twice. I can't fix it again. Why? I always try, but nothing seems to work. It's do or die, and I just make it worse. I drew a line and you crossed it. I had a shot but you blocked it. I had a heart but you lost it. I gave it all and you tossed it. Please find my heart. Please find my heart. Please find my heart. You lost it. Please find my heart. Please find my heart. Please find my heart. You lost it. You would always be complaining that I'd always be the same. Wish I never even met you. Wish I didn't know your name. Now I'm looking at all photos that I took out of the frame, and it's such a shame. Yeah, what a shame that I gave all of me and you took it all. When I gave you a key, you punched through the wall. But my heart, now I see I can never fall. I'll never fall.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, y'all. How far along on the journey are you?
We are 13. Yeah, 2 more. Women and Children First is next. Right?
Please find my heart. Please find my heart. Please find my heart. You lost it. Please find my heart. Please find my heart.
Yes, one more. All right, we did it. 14. We need one more. We're on our way back to the car right now, and we are deciding which one is going to be our 14th. We think we are going to go to a place in Evanston, which is a little bit north of here. So let's see what we pick. Dun, 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 dun. We're here. Bookstore number 15. We've done it. We have 15% off for the next year at all participating independent bookstores in the Chicagoland area. Let's go see what our 15th bookstore is. All right, what is it? It is Page 1 Bookshop. We did it! 15 independent bookstores in one day. Ta-da! So we ended our journey at Page One Books. I feel like maybe we should have ended our journey in a Chicago bookstore. She wasn't 100% sure what was going on. We had to go through the pins to find the one that was for 15. There weren't very many books on the shelves. It was fine. It's, you know, maybe she's beginning. I don't know.
Thank God for the clerk at Roscoe Books who gave us our 10th pin, who explained like how the pin system works and what would happen when we got to 15.
Right.
Because otherwise we wouldn't have known either.
Yeah.
And then we would have, and not that it'd be like the worst thing in the world, but we'd have to go to a 16th.
Right. Yeah. So if it wasn't for Roscoe Books, shout out to Roscoe Books, we wouldn't have known how to help the person here at Page One on what to do with us. Yeah. And it was just, you know, when we went to Roscoe, we said, you're the 10th book, and it was like we were celebrities. They're like, yay, oh my God, congratulations. We went to Women and Children first. We said, okay, one more. And he's like, oh my God, congratulations. Same with so many bookstores. And then we get to Page One, we're like, you're our 15th. And she goes, oh. I was like, we're supposed, like, this is a big deal. We're supposed to get something. Yeah. And then she goes, oh, what? So it was just a little bit like...
Yeah, I don't get the impression that out here they've had 1 million people in for the event. Yeah. Like at the other stores that we've been to in the city, packed. This one, there was like 2 people in there when we walked in, a couple more when we left. Yeah. But it's also like a smaller...
Yeah,
like,
it's fine.
I think they typically do like book subscriptions here, and so maybe people aren't like thinking about it.
It's absolutely fine. It was just a little bit lackluster compared to the greetings that we got for our other books, our other bookstores. So, but we did it. We're at number 15. We've gone to 15 bookstores. Oh, and then we said we're supposed to, you know, for the next year, get 15% discount. She goes, we don't do that. And she said it very like, we're not going to do that. First of all, settle down because it's on the list. Yeah, you're one of the participating stores. You're one of the participating stores, so I hope you know that
right now. Just like
right. So she just didn't understand what was happening. Anyway, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Apart from this one, we found some really great bookstores that we will definitely be back to. Bucket of Blood, great bookstore. Matt especially is going to be going to that one a lot. I love Skunk Cabbage. I thought it was an adorable bookstore.
The bookseller.
The bookseller. Like, there's just some great bookstores that we found. And some ones that we already loved and that we are going to go to again. And so this was a very good event. We're so happy that it was put on and we had a great time. See you next year.